Joining me now with reaction, Congressman James Comer and Dr. Dina Grayson, who ran for Congress as a Democrat in 2016. All right, Dina, now explain to me how Democrats, with this legislation that has no chance in hell of passing, they aren't trying to completely alter the American electorate with this bill.
No, what they're trying to do is the most American thing possible, which is empower people to vote. I mean, in order to have a functioning democracy, we need people to go to the ballot box and vote. And so what this is doing is allowing people to register to vote more easily, declaring Election Day a federal holiday, which, by the way, we're one of the only democracies in the entire world that does not have either Election Day on a weekend or have Election Day being a national holiday.
Well, we have Election Day, Dina. We have Election Day that stretches for weeks and sometimes months. How did we possibly survive, Congressman Comer, as a constitutional republic? When my mother was a waitress, my dad worked at Pratt & Whitney Aircraft, they somehow managed to get to the polls. It was only one day.
Right.
And now we need to have at-home registration, use your computer, same-day registration.
Right.
Now, why is that happening? It sounds like, oh, it's so easy. How did we ever function before?
Well,
nothing's legitimate until we have instant voter registration.
Absolutely. This is just what McConnell said, the Democrat Political Protection Act. They're trying to build upon what they did in California, all the shenanigans they pulled in California with the ballot harvesting. They're trying to be creative. This is not the answer. People are empowered to vote. It's easy to vote. Same-day voter registration, that's a backdoor attempt by the Democrats to get more people to vote that are not legal citizens. And that's their game plan to try to beat Donald Trump in 2020, and we're not going to let it stand in the House.
Dina, here's another thing that I'm disturbed by as someone who's more of a federalist on these issues, is what's happening with states' rights in all of this. This bill would usurp state authority to set voter ID, also, I believe, on felons, whether felons could vote or not. And that's traditionally been a state prerogative. This is a sweeping usurpation of states' rights, in my view. How do you react to that?
Again, I can't think of anything more American than empowering our citizens to vote.
What if they don't want to vote, Dina? What if they have no desire to vote? In this bill, they require you to be registered. It's your right as an American citizen to be left alone. If you don't want to be registered to vote, why the heck does the government have any right to tell you you have to register to vote? What's the constitutional provision you're relying on?
They're not forcing you to go to the ballot box, Laura. I mean,
they're forcing you to register. What if you don't want to register?
Well,
why is that not pro-choice?
What about the selective service? We force everyone to register for the draft.
That's because of wartime provision. That's because of an emergency wartime provision.
No, that's for everybody right now.
That's
everyone
because
has to register. Every male has to register at 18 for the draft.
That's because in a time of national emergency, we have to be able to mobilize people quickly. This is not mandating that someone, as an individual who does not want to vote, has no desire to vote, should not have to vote or not have to be registered to vote. It's the same stuff they want to do on gun registration, national gun registration.
You're exactly
Laura,
right. Democrats think more government's the answer to everything, and this is another example of more government.
Let's talk about what the Democrats think about 16-year-olds voting. I love this, okay? People think this is like a internet, like total hoax, that this isn't true. But that's right, because Democrats today voted to support the states that want to lower the voting age to 16. Dana?
Well, my understanding is that provision actually did not make it in the final bill. There was an amendment that was proposed to allow 16-year-olds to vote.
A majority of Democrats voted for it.
But it didn't pass. But what it is allowing is for 16-year-olds to basically kind of pre-register to vote. And again, don't we want our youth to get involved and be ready to vote and get excited to vote once they turn 18? And that is part of the bill. And I think that's a great thing for America.
Congressman, are you against the youth voting? Are you and the Republicans must just hate the youth and you don't want them to vote?
We want everyone to vote. But I'm astonished that the Democrats want to raise the age of Americans to be able to own a gun or to be able to purchase tobacco or alcohol, but they want to lower the age for voting. We have nothing that stands in the way of young people voting today. I'm all about more people voting, and I think that we have a great democracy, and the Democrats are continually trying to change that to benefit themselves.
Dina, do you think illegal immigrants should be able to vote in the United States?
Well, they're not allowed to vote. I mean, the reality is...
Do you think my question is, if someone's been here 10 years, they maybe have fraudulent identification, but they are paying taxes out of their salary. Shouldn't they have, and I'm talking as if I were playing a Democrat today, shouldn't they have a right to vote?
I believe in a path to citizenship. And once you have citizenship, I think that all citizens of our country should be able to vote.
You're a raging conservative in the Democrat Party, Dina. That's why we love having you on.